In this video, we're going to explore the 3 levels of health according to Shen Nong, which, if you're not familiar with Shen Nong or you don't know who he is, he's basically a very famous, very revered character in ancient Chinese culture. And specifically relating to this context, he's really credited with really being the father and the creator of Chinese herbalism as we know it today. He basically is claimed to have tasted thousands and thousands of herbs and plants and really codified and classified every different class of herb and all these different ways in which we understand herbs today. He's really believed to be attributed primarily to his initial research. He's also credited with coming up with agriculture and a whole wide array of other pretty amazing contributions to Chinese medicine and Chinese culture. So anyways, according to Shen Nong, there's basically 3 levels of health care practices, or what we might call lifestyle choices or lifestyle practices. Now, the first is something that we're all very familiar with in our mainstream medical culture, which is treating disease. And primarily, this is really the only focus. This is the only conversation that's happening and really all that's taking place most of the time, which is definitely a useful thing. It's definitely important. We definitely need it certain times. But what's not being even talked about or mentioned or really explored is number 2, which is, well, eliminating and preventing. Now, if you're more sort of well-versed in the alternative health or holistic health community, this is really the next level that usually people get to, where we say, oh, okay, these foods are bad or these certain chemicals are bad, so I'm going to live a more natural lifestyle. I'm going to eat organic food, I'm going to drink better water, I'm going to try to breathe better air, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to avoid, fast food and sugar and all these things. Because, well, we're talking about prevention. We know that, well, these things are probably not ideal for us, so maybe we're going to try something else. So we're talking about eliminating, talking about prevention. And oftentimes people really just dance between, well, treating disease, or, well, okay, I got to eliminate this, or get rid of that, or this thing is bad, or this thing is bad, or I have to do this, or else this will happen. Which these 2 stages are necessary. And they are important, and they often bring with them a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of these kinds of emotions, which kind of limit our energetic expression. They limit how much we're able to really experience in life and what kinds of states we're able to taste. And really, the primary focus for number 1 is really short term, really focus, really specific. And the second is a little still short term, but a little sort of medium term, a little bit forward. However, both levels are not really getting to the 3rd level, which is nurturing destiny and promoting longevity, which is obviously more of a long-term strategy. And the problem is that really, when we come from the mainstream world of only treating disease and only this and that, we're just so trained and conditioned for a very short-term, very fixed, narrow way of seeing things, where people are like, oh, well, what should I take for this? What should I take for that? What should I do for this? What should I do for that? And yes, that is important. Yes, that is a necessary phase of prevention and eliminating. And what we're talking about in this video is really getting to the next level, getting to the next evolution of the conversation, which is learning to nurture destiny and promote longevity, where we start to maybe ask different questions and see things a little differently and start to take more of a long-term point of view, start to take more of a bigger point of view, and as such have different conversations. And coincidentally, that is a lot of what the videos are about on this channel, and is basically the major focus of my other websites, which would be Hyperion Herbs and Hyperion Academy. Because when we're talking about nurturing destiny and promoting longevity, yes, we're talking about prevention and we're talking about treating specific things in some instances. And that takes, yes, a physical approach as far as taking this or not taking that, or doing this or not doing that. And it also includes addressing the mind, addressing the psyche, addressing the person. And this is often a kind of a place where people, maybe they don't want to go, because we want to believe the world is this only physical, mechanistic way, and if we only take the right combination of pills and this and that, we don't have to change or do anything else. Well, yes, that is true if we really want to stay on certain levels, which according to Shen Nong, there's actually more levels we can get to, which is starting to nurture destiny, which is more of a full expression of who and what we really are, and living a life that is more authentic for us, and starting to promote longevity. Not always necessarily in the sense of, oh, I'm going to live 400 years, but more so in the sense of getting more quality out of whatever quantity we might have. Because who wants to live a really long time of low quantity? And who wants to live a really short time of high quantity? Well, what about both? What about finding that middle path or that middle way that unites both of these complementary aspects in a way that makes sense and in a way that nurtures destiny and promotes longevity and allows us to really continually evolve to higher and higher levels of health? And like I said before, that is basically the conversation, the intention, and the focus of Hyperion Herbs and Hyperion Academy, which if you want to learn more about either of those things, you can check the link below the video. And in addition to that, we can also start to ask ourselves, well, where is my focus? How have I been trained to focus on these different things or not? What kind of questions am I asking? Short term, medium term, long term? So those are just some fun things to think about and some fun things to explore, and probably something we should listen to because it's coming from Shen Nong, and he obviously did a couple of things right and contributed some things which has probably benefited us in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.